What's up guys, Intellitech Studios here, and today we have yet another unboxing video. Now, this unboxing is of another Dyson. Also, on a side note, if you are looking to buy Abyssal Power Force 6579-2, I just refurbished this one and it is for sale on my Facebook Marketplace page. So, this machine, I bought this on eBay just a few days ago. It came from Indiana, so it only took a few days to ship. And I got this for a really good deal. I got it for only 150 bucks. And after pretty much spending all day of back and forth trying to figure out the shipping with the seller because it kind of got screwed up on their end, I finally got it. Now, this was a current model as of just a few months ago, but it has now been discontinued. You can probably find old stock for a little bit longer, but for the most part you're only going to find it used and refurbished. This one was seller refurbished, so we'll be unboxing this in order to do a full review on it. I may add it to my Dyson collection, I'm not sure, but we're at least going to review it and also be able to judge the seller's refurbishment of this machine. So, it's actually packaged very well. So first thing we pull out is a wand, and I think the yellow wand pretty much immediately gives away what vacuum this is, and this looks really good shape. So in real life, it's actually not as much of a bright yellow. It's kind of more of a muted orange almost. It's like halfway between yellow and orange. I'll call it yorange. So that's interesting. Okay, what do we got here? Looks like we've got, looks like I have some envelopes that I could use for shipping, so that's fun. Got the vacuum itself. Oop, and the handle is randomly caught in the crossfire as I pull out the cable. This was packaged very well. Very happy about that. Right in here we've got the cleaner head. Here we've got the cable. Here we've got our hose. Again, yellow button. This hose looks to be in great shape too. It's nice and clear, only has a little bit of discoloring, which is excellent. We've got our handle. Dyson.com, lovely yellow cap, and I think that should be it. Yep, that is it. So right here we've got our cleaner head, or at least I assume that's what this is. It feels like it is. Okay. And there we go. So we can see this is the the sticker's messed up, but these stickers always get messed up on these. We've got the Dyson Ball Multi-Floor 2. And again, this front piece looks yellow on camera, but in real life it looks to be more of an orange. It's got like a weird little divot in the plastic. I'm not sure what that's all about. Got the little gray clip. All this is incredibly clean. You can see there's no debris in this section. All this looks really good. I'm very impressed. A little bit of hair wrapped around this wheel, but that's to be expected. It's usually really hard to get debris out of that. Looks like I just pulled it out, so that's good. Two wheels in the back. Okay. So, we've got our cleaner head. I'm not sure if this is pointed at this. Let me point this down. We've got our cleaner head. We've got our handle, we've got our hose, we've got our wand, and finally we have the unit itself. So, as you can tell, this is the Dyson Ball Multi-Floor 2. This is the last variant of the DC-40 based platform of Dyson's. As the Dyson Ball Animal 3 was introduced, which I have already reviewed, there was no Dyson Ball Multi-Floor 3. And Dyson has completely done away with every single upright form factor except their mid-size. You can still buy the Kinetic right now, but it's probably not going to be around for much longer. The Multifloor 2, as you see here, has already been discontinued, and you cannot buy it direct from Dyson. You can still find it at some retailers, but all the ones that I've looked at as of late, they've been out of stock. So good luck finding one of these. Looks like eBay is going to have to be your main source of one of these from now on. So real quick, we are going to put this machine together. Now, one thing I noticed, and I noticed this in the listing, so this is not a surprise, there are no attachments with this. I'm wondering if this machine is still under warranty. It might not be. It might be. It might not be. I will see. And if it is, I will get a set of replacement attachments for it. If not, I'm sure I can just get a set of replacement attachments for my Ball Animal 3, and they'll fit on here as well because the bracket and the attachments are the same. So yeah, this is the older variant of the Ball Multifloor 2, where there's a lot more yellow. The newer versions of this machine, the ball is all gray with the exception of the cap, so there aren't these yellow lines. And on the newer version, the Cyclone is silver again instead of yellow. So this is a relatively early Multifloor 2, but this looks to be in great condition. There's only a couple little pieces of dust in here, probably from the seller testing it. There's one piece of hair in there. Actually, no, the bin is cracked, actually. Is that a scratch or a crack? I can't tell if this is a scratch or a crack. I don't know if you can see this. So, whatever it is a deep scratch at least. I can grip it, but I can't push it in. So it's probably just a deep scratch. That's not too bad. It's a bit of an eyesore, but not the end of the world. We can see bin is in excellent shape. Let's look at the filters. I believe the seller did say he replaced the filters. Okay. That filter is a little bit stained, but honestly, that's not too bad. I wouldn't complain about that personally. You can't see any light. Oh, you can see a little bit of light through it, so it's probably still adequate. And this closes up just fine. There we go. And we can see how this opens. Yep, that opens just fine. All that's very clean. The Cyclone looks great on the inside. So, very happy about that. So far, I'm really impressed for what I paid for this. So far, I'm very happy, especially now that I got the shipping figured out and you got this to me. So, looking at this is a model UP19. It says this is from November of 2019. So, yeah, so this is under warranty still, which is excellent. So that's great. So we're going to install the cleaner head. Now, there's a little clip right here that is already attached, just this little gray clip. Now I'm just going to leave this on here, and I'm going to install it the way that Dyson recommends. So what you want to do is you want to line this up right here, and line up the connectors, and just push it on until it clicks into place. Just like that. That went on very easily. Okay, we are going to check the post motor filter while we're here, just to see how well that is doing. Again, everything is very clean. I'm very impressed with this so far. The rear hose, this rear internal hose wasn't in all the way. Oh, so this hose actually was not installed, but that's okay. I can get that in a sec. I guess it's good that I bought this, because if I was a normal customer, I would not know what this is, and I would have probably been upset about it not working as far as cleaning up off the floor. So that's fine. Thankfully, this model does have the easily removable hose. This is a little bit dirty, so I'm actually going to wash this off camera. But we're going to check this post motor filter real quick before we put this together. Hopefully I'm talking loud enough that you can hear me and it's not too bad. So, okay, filter is a little bit more tricky to get off I should say the door is trickier to get off. The filter itself is easier to get off. That's in good shape. I can still see light through it. There's still plenty of white. It's got a little bit of carbon dust on it. So these aren't new per se, but I can tell this machine has had very little use. That clicks on just fine. There's no real scratches on this. I'm very happy with this machine. So far, I am very, very happy with this. And I'm very thankful I was able to get the shipping worked out with the seller. The seller was very helpful. They weren't rude or anything. Even though I was obviously trying to fix the shipping issues, they were understandably getting a little frustrated, but they still were very professional and they were very helpful. And in the end, they got this to me at a perfectly reasonable price for shipping. I paid about, I think it was like around $35 for shipping and $150 for the main machine. He had it listed for $170. I offered $145. He counter offered with $150. I gladly took that because $5, who cares? So that is good. Okay, so I'm going to install this rear hose later. For now, we're gonna put together the rest of the machine. So I'm gonna put the canister on and click that in. Of course, if there was attachments, I'd put that on right now, but there aren't. But I can get those later. You take the hose, push it in with this little tab until it clicks into place. It's a little tricky on this. Might be easier to do it without the bin on. There we go, that clicked into place. Just like that. So we can take the canister and pop it back on. Now what we want to do is we want to take the handle. So we want to take the handle and slide it on with the loop facing forward until it clicks into place. Just like that. We want to flip. Oh, okay, well, the hose just hit the tripod. We want to flip up the wand cap, and we want to take the wand, and we want to hold the wand button right here, so that way we can slide the wand down and slot it into the top of the handle until it goes all the way in. Oh, it's being a little difficult. There it goes. Sometimes it'll be stiff when you first get it. There we go. So it's gone all the way in, and we can flick down the wand cap, and now the machine is all the way together. So that is the Dyson Ball Multi-Floor 2 all the way together. Now, off camera, I am going to wash this internal hose since it's a little bit grubby. See, it's a little bit grubby. I'm going to wash this real quick dry it, and then we're going to install it in the machine. Alright, so now that I have washed and quick dried this little small internal hose, a couple drops of water on the outside, but shouldn't hurt it, we're going to install this real quick, and it's fairly simple. We're just going to lay the machine on its back, and what we're going to do, so I'm actually going to push this down, and it helps if that is out of the way. I'm going to push this down until this little tab slots into place. Probably help if I have it angled the right way. There we go. So I'm going to push this down. There we go, we heard that click. So now I'm going to push that out of the way. Make sure that the edge of the hose clears it. Clears the wheels. And now that tab is in place, we can grab this lower hose, stretch it out, and push it right into its groove right here. So now you can see that is back in its groove, and that's pushed in all the way, and this clip is in place. So that is in place now. So that does the trick. So, that was my unboxing and assembly of my new Dyson Ball Multifloor 2, model UP19. This is the last variation of the DC40 body style design, and yeah, it's the end of an era for sure. So, the DC40 style of upright vacuums from Dyson, which started in 2012 with the original DC40, has now ended 10 years later with the discontinuation of the Dyson Ball Multifloor 2 and the, well, subsequent not renewal of this series. There is no Dyson Ball Multifloor 3. There is only a Ball Animal 3, which is based off of the Ball Animal 2, which coincidentally I did also buy. I also got a Ball Animal 2, a proper Ball Animal 2, not Ball Animal 1 that I'm calling it to. I have a proper Ball Animal 2 on the way. I got it for only $30, and I bought it under the assumption that the power head was not functional. So that will be a great video on diagnosing and seeing what is wrong with the Ball Animal 2 that I ordered, and hopefully we'll get that up and running as well. Now this one shouldn't have any issues. I paid a hefty bit of chunk of change for it. It should work out of the box. So let's test that and see if this machine does in fact work as intended. So I plugged it in, has a nice 31-foot cord. Now again, no attachments on this, but I should be able to order those and get them. Since this machine is still under warranty, it's from 2019, it's a 5-year warranty. It is still under warranty. I'm going to get a set of attachments for it and the dock for those attachments. Let's see what this does when we turn it on. It is not turning on. Okay. Let's see. I believe, yeah, so this power strip has just shut off. Okay. So this power strip had already shut off, and I seem to have... So that also explains why there was a lack of light in here, because that power strip was shut off. Well, that's funny. Okay, well, it does work. Has a lot of suction. Wow. Okay. So even though this is obviously a last generation model, and even though it obviously does not have the newest cleaner head from the Ball Animal 3, I really like this vacuum. It's very lightweight, it is very easy to maneuver, and obviously since it still has the last generation cleaner head, it cleans on carpets incredibly well. So I am very happy with this. Now, funnily enough, I do have a similar machine to this, which appears to be identical. It's my Dyson Slim Ball, and I'm going to go grab that real quick and compare the two. So, this is my Dyson Slim Ball Origin, which at face value appears to be identical to the Ball Multifloor 2. But I've actually noticed there are some differences, and they're not physical differences. Obviously the color is different, but they're the same basic machine. And obviously the Dyson Ball Multifloor 2 replaced the Dyson Slim Ball, although ironically last I checked, you can still find the Slim Ball at some places like Home Depot and I think maybe Lowe's. I'm not quite sure about that. You can find it at some retailers, whereas the Multifloor 2 I found was out of stock everywhere, but I have a feeling both of these are going to disappear pretty soon. So, but I've noticed the bristles on the Slim Ball are a lot thinner. And the Slim Ball is no slouch in terms of performance. The Slim Ball does excellent. All of this dirt is what I've actually got from my dad's very thick, fluffy carpets that you've seen plenty of times on this channel, at least as of a few years ago. And so this cleans very well, but the Multifloor 2, despite the cleaner heads at first glance appearing to be identical other than color, the bristles on the Multifloor 2 are a bit more dense, there's less space between them, and also, even though again they feel the same, or they look like they should feel the same, the build quality feels a little bit better to me on the Multifloor 2. And both of these machines I did buy refurbished. The Slim Ball I actually bought refurbished direct from Dyson. In fact, if you don't count for shipping, I technically paid the same price for both of these machines, around $150. Because I believe the Slim Ball, I don't remember what I said in my video when I first did it, but I believe I paid around $160 for it. And this Multifloor 2 I paid $150. And now, obviously, the lower end vacuum is, of course, going to be around the same price because it was refurbished by Dyson and not by a third-party seller. But honestly, both of these machines seem very similar. But at the same time, for some reason, the Multifloor 2 just feels better to me. I don't know if that's just... I don't know. Maybe it's because... No, it's not because it's newer. I think these are both the same age. Because the Multifloor 2 is from 2019, and I believe I bought the Slim Ball refurbished in, I believe, 2020. So this is probably from, this was probably manufactured in, I want to say, maybe 2016. So maybe that's the difference? I don't know. But either way, that is that. So we have the Dyson Multifloor 2, Dyson Ball Multifloor 2, I should say, and the Dyson Slim Ball Origin, which is in some ways its predecessor. And yeah, so they both use the same parts other than the color. They both have the same cyclones, the same motors as far as I'm concerned. Actually, the motor sounds better in the Multifloor 2. On my Slim Ball, it sounds very whiny. I feel like they upgraded the motor on the Multifloor 2, but I could be wrong about that. I'm not quite sure. And for some reason, my Slim Ball is making a funny noise. I'm not sure why it's making a funny noise. Maybe I need to empty the bin, but it's not covering up the shroud, so I don't know why. I don't know why that would be causing any problems. So you can see the bin is full. I do need to empty it, but it's not past the max line. There's only that little bit covering up the shroud, so I know that's fine. It's due for an empty. When does my Slim Ball say it was made? It doesn't have a date anywhere on it. It just says UP16. So this is the UP16, and this is the UP19. So, very close, obviously. And that is that. So, this was my unboxing, assembly, and rambling of my acquisition of my Dyson Ball Multifloor 2. So, yeah. So far, I'm very happy with it. And honestly, the yellow color, even though I hate yellow on vacuums, this looks a lot better than on my Dyson Ball Multifloor 1, which is also the Total Clean. Yeah, it's the same machine. Because it's not just yellow out of nowhere, it at least has a cohesive, color scheme. So, I actually don't mind the way the Multifloor 2 looks. So, maybe once upon a time, if we were a year in the past, I may have bought one of these brand new. In fact, originally that was my plan. I was going to buy one of these brand new after sending in my DC-41. I was just going to basically use my trade-in coupon and get a Multifloor 2 for like $250, $300. That was originally my plan, but then they discontinued this, so I decided to wait until they got back in stock. And at the end of the day, that was the right decision because that's when they dropped the Ball Animal 3. Because I will admit, if I had paid full price for this and a month later they came out with the Ball Animal 3, I would have been a little upset. And I probably would have been begging Dyson for some sort of exchange. But yeah, as is, I'm very happy. For some reason, I've noticed my Slim Ball is also like slouching a little bit this way for some reason. So yeah, that's that. Anyways, this was my unboxing, assembly, and whatnot of the Dyson Ball Multi-Floor 2. So, it's really lightweight. I really like this. So, it's actually, I'm very happy with it so far. Assuming that nothing goes wrong with this, I'm going to use this as my daily driver. So I've been using the Slim Ball as my daily driver. I will get the review on that done, and then I'll begin using the Multi-Floor 2 in preparation of the review of that. So, yeah, that is good. So far I'm very happy with it, and as long as nothing goes wrong, the seller will probably get, at least 4 or 5 stars, because so far I found 0 complaints with this as far as the actual received product. So, big thumbs up to the seller, and it came from Indiana, so it wasn't that far away either, so I got it very quickly. So, very happy all around. I'm pretty sure I paid for this on, I want to say Tuesday or Monday, and today is Friday, and that's when I've gotten it. So, overall, very happy with everything, and I will try to get a set of attachments for it, which I should be able to since it is under warranty. And then I'll be a happy camper. And we'll see what this got from this short vacuuming. Again, the agitation of these newer Dysons, whether it's the 2 series or the 3 series, is excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Got a good amount of hair and junk in here. Very, very happy with those results. So yeah. That is my unboxing and acquisition of the Dyson Ball Multi-Floor 2. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you bought one of these brand new, then maybe you found it helpful. Sorry if I'm rambling a lot. Had I actually got this new in box, I would have done it in my more professional style of video where I just show you how to do it and that's it. But since this was secondhand, I decided to do the classic Intellitech unboxing where I ramble about meaningless crap for upwards of 20 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, be sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe. And if you didn't enjoy it, there's a button for that as well. So, let me know your thoughts on the Dyson Ball Multi-Floor 2. What vacuums would you also like to see me review? I know a lot of people are going to ask about the Vertex and the Stratos. Obviously, those are very expensive, so I have to wait to get those. But especially because I have to renew tags on my car and stuff, and all that takes priority over buying brand new vacuums. So, but I was able to make an exception for this. I actually, also, I will mention, I've told some people that I bought another Ball Animal 3 for $260, and that basically didn't go through. And that is true. It did not go through because the seller never shipped it. They marked it as shipped, but they never uploaded a tracking number, and I had to fight with eBay to get the money back in a reasonable manner. I actually was going to use the money to buy a Dyson Ball Animal 2 Total Clean, the blue one, which I still really want to get one of those in good condition before they get discontinued, but I also am not paying $600 for a vacuum that has a bunch of tools that I already have, if that makes sense. So I was going to get one of those for $240, but by the time I got my refund for my Animal 3 that never arrived, it sold out, which is why I ended up buying this. And with the money that I saved from the difference, I bought something else that's orange. That's my local thrift store. And this will be in the upcoming vacuum save video. So that is that. Anyways, this is Intellitech Studio signing out. I'll see you guys in the next video, and hope you all have a good one. Peace.